Hi guys, welcome to A Classy Situation where we discuss faith, fashion, and self-care. To all of my old subscribers, I know it's been a minute since I've been here, but I do appreciate you guys sticking it in with me. To all of my new watchers, my new viewers, please hit the subscribe button. Feel free to come back and watch videos, hit the like button, leave a comment, make yourself at home. Today, I'm just making a follow-up video because I haven't been able to record in a while. I just want to give you guys an update on life and basically what's been going on for the past 3 months, I would say. I think the last time I posted a video was in February. So let's get into it. If you see me looking down, it's because I have my book here where I just kind of wrote some things down so I could make sure that I covered everything. So let's start with the elephant in the room. The main reason why I haven't been recording is because I've been having an issue with my camera. Every time I would record, the audio would make this tapping noise. Every time I would play my video back, and then sometimes it would play throughout the video. Sometimes it would record my actual voice, and then sometimes you wouldn't hear me at all. And so it just became a headache. I did not want to purchase a new phone or camera because everything else was working perfectly fine with my phone. If you don't know, I record on my phone. And I refused to pay money for a new phone just because the audio on the recording, the camera wasn't working. So anywho, here I am with the new phone, basically, is what I'm here with the new phone. And I have to admit that I'm glad that I got it, only because it was just really hindering me in a lot of different ways when it came to recording my videos. So hopefully you guys can see me clearly, you can hear me clearly. Yeah. So the next thing on the agenda is work. I've been working overtime for the past couple weeks, and it has definitely been an experience for me. It has definitely kept me busy, but I have to admit I'm blessed to have the job that I have. When I do get off work, sometimes I just want to relax and read and just basically have some me time, because I work in an area where I'm listening to people all day, and by the time I'm done with them, I'm just ready to be relaxed into myself. So I really wasn't in the mood to record. I just couldn't conjure up enough energy to record, even if my camera was working. So I just took that time to rest. And I was also able to catch up on some reading. Now, I don't know about you, but during this season that we're in, I'm not going to say the word, but during this season that we're in, I was able to do some things that I haven't been able to do in a while. And one of those things is reading. Now, growing up, I've always enjoyed reading, but I think right around the time I entered college is probably when I stopped reading. And the reason why that is because when I entered college, I was reading out of obligation and not pleasure. And so I really didn't have time to read other things outside of, my study material. So I would say after I graduated, I picked up a book every now and then, but I never just, I don't know, I wasn't the reader that I used to be. And so I say that to say this. Recently, when I do get off work, I have books that I do read, and I do have, and I will be sharing them with you, because when I say these books they've been a blessing to me, I just want to be able to share that information with you, because the motto that I live by, it ain't no fun unless we all get some, okay? So we all need to learn some things. We all need to read things that kind of change the way we think, and to kind of offer a different perspective on things we may have been taught growing up. So I will share those books with you, but for me, that has been a way of self-care when I get off of work. And it has also been a form of self-care even through this past year and a half. I've definitely got back into the habit of reading, almost to the point where I read more than one at a time. So I'll share them with you now. I'll share this book with you. It's Women in Money by Suze Orman. When I say this book has been a blessing to me, this has been a world changer, okay? This book is inspiring. This book is motivating. This book is challenging. This book is, it's just a good book. And I would encourage anybody to purchase this book, but more specifically, I would definitely encourage women. And again, it's Women in Money by Suze Orman. And if you're on a journey to financial literacy, I don't care what your budget is, I don't care what your age group is, this is a good book. She speaks on ages from having children and starting a bank account all the way up until adults who are entering into retirement. I honestly wish I had read this book before entering college, because it would have prevented me from making some financial decisions. Yeah, it definitely would have prevented me from making some certain financial decisions. So I encourage you to read this. I don't even care what your budget is. The thing I like about this book is that she does not tell you, it's not like a one-stop shop, right? Because everything doesn't work for everybody. And the thing I appreciate about this book is she allows you the space to do what works for your budget. She understands that everyone that's reading this book does not make the same income, but she provides formulas, she provides strategies, and you just choose the one that works for you. I know for me, I was taught many different things. I've heard many different things as it comes to finances, but there's nothing like receiving advice from somebody who has money. Okay? Now, a lot of us are taking advice from people who don't have it, or their financial situation is no better than ours. But if we're aiming for something, then I would listen to someone who actually has money. And so she would be one person I would definitely encourage. And if you're interested in the book, I'll link it down below. This is not a paid promotion. These are books that I have enjoyed over the past couple months, past year and a half. This is a book I am definitely reading again. This is not one of those books you can just read one time. I had to read this book slowly. And even as I enter into different stages of my finances, I strongly believe this book is relevant. I don't care where you are financially. You can apply the principles and if you can apply the principles of this book, then you'll be in a good space. The second book, yeah. Emotionally Healthy Spirituality by Peter Scazzero. Amazing. Amazing. It is impossible to be spiritually mature while remaining emotionally immature. That's a word. I'm not going to say anything else. I don't care if you're male, female. I don't care how long you've been saved. I don't care how long you've been in church. I don't care how many scriptures you know. It is impossible to be it's impossible to be spiritually mature while remaining emotionally immature. Do we not realize how those two things are connected? Get the book. I'm still reading it. Now, I will say I have not finished the entire book. I am still reading it. So, I don't, like I said, male or female, I don't care what your leadership role is. I don't care how long you've been knowing the Lord. Better make sure you're emotionally mature too. That's all I'm saying. I'll link it down below, just in case you're interested. Now, this next book. Whew, when I tell you I have a special, there is a special place in my heart for this book. It was a gift. As a matter of fact, were all of these gifts? No. This was a gift, and Women in Money was a gift, but the emotionally healthy spirituality, that was when I purchased on my own. But thank God for people who know me well, and thank God for people who buy me books, because I love reading. But this next book I'm about to show you, I present to you Miss Cicely Tyson. Now, I have tried to, this is my second time recording this video, and I have tried my best to put this book into words, and I can't. I am currently reading, as you can see, I have the bookmark here. I am currently reading this book, and I am just amazed at how beautifully written this book is, number one. Number two, yeah, I had to get out my dictionary. Now, normally when I'm reading a book, I keep a journal with me and I access the dictionary on my phone, because I don't like to just skip over words. I like to write them down and use them in my vocabulary, and just like to know what they mean. But it's a lot of words. It's a lot of words in this book that I had to study. But I can appreciate how, like I said, I can appreciate how beautifully written it is. And it is so, she was so transparent in this book, and that's what I can appreciate it. And along with that, she was herself. And I can appreciate a person who remains themselves, like they don't try to sound like something that they're not. She was definitely herself. While reading this, I felt like I was around, I don't know if you've ever had this experience, and excuse me if you see a glare on my new frames, by the way, but the ring light is right on my glasses. So, but anyway, I don't know if you've ever been around a woman that may be a little older than you, and you just enjoy being around her because she was just full of so much wisdom, or she had the best stories, or she was just that cool person to be around. That's how I felt when I was reading this book. I feel like even though I was reading words off of pages, I felt like she was talking to me. Like, I feel like she wrote me something and left it behind so that I could have it. Does that make sense? It might sound crazy, but that's how I felt with reading this. Now, I ain't gonna lie. This book is thick. Okay? This woman is talking about her life, or life before she was even born. She starts all the way from with her grandparents and how her parents met. And keep in mind, this woman was 90-some years old when she passed. Now, this is basically a history book. And I don't mind, because guess what? I was a history major. So I can appreciate the historical context. Maybe that's the phrase or term that I'm looking for. I appreciate I appreciate how she set up the story. Anyway, you'll know when you get the book. I'll link it down below. Let it bless you. Let it bless you now. Now, that's it for the books. Let's get into these frames. So, y'all, it has been years, 2017, since I've gotten a new pair of glasses. Now, the job that I have, I work in front of a computer. So I was like, first of all, my old ones were completely raggedy. these, I said, Lord, I really need some glasses. Now I'm working in front of a computer screen, and I mostly need my glasses to see far away. Excuse me. But I wanted something to protect my eyes while I'm looking at computer screens, because those lights and rays can be harmful. So anyway, I picked up me some new frames, and I'm glad about it. I am. I'm glad about it. Your girl can see. Hallelujah. Got a little blue light lens on inserted. So, and you probably can see every time it hits the light, you will see some blue. And that's because they're blue light lenses. But anyway, those books were self-care. Eye health is self-care. And that's basically what I've been working on for the past year and a half, past couple months. This weekend, I will be headed on vacation. It's been a minute. I just want to take a small trip for this 3-day weekend, just to enjoy myself, be in a different environment, see some different people, just be in a different space. I don't know where you guys are, but it's been rough. It's been rough this past year and a half, and I don't know if you guys been taking care of yourselves. I hope that you have. I know self-care looks different for everybody. But I'm hoping that you found what works for you. And if you have, list it below. Y'all know how we do. List it below. How do you show yourself self-love? What is a form of self-care that you use? I know for me, it's many different things. It just depends on how I feel. I'll go get a massage, I'll read a book, I journal, I go for a walk in the park, I shop. Y'all already know that. Sometimes cleaning for me is self-care. It's therapeutic for me. Going to the nail shop. Last weekend, I went and got me a mani pedi, or taking a small trip. Sometimes I just get in my truck and I just go for a ride, just to kind of clear my head, talk to God in the car, whatever it is. And that's what works for me. And to be honest, this past year and a half, maybe your form of self-care has changed, from how you did it previously. I don't want to say the word. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But before this season came around, perhaps self-care looked a little bit different for you. How has that changed? Do you find yourself taking care of yourself more? Have you started slacking? Or did you change how you do self-care? I know a lot of us were struggling financially, and so maybe we weren't going to the beauty shop every weekend, or going out to get our nails done, and couldn't really, even if we had the money, because places were closed. But anyway, I could go on and on. List down below, share down below how you've shown yourself love, and the different forms of self-care that you have. Y'all, since the last time we talked, I don't know if y'all know this, but I'm 30 years old. And I feel some type of way. I'm a whole 30-year-old out here. But anyway, yeah, I'm 30 years old. I turned 30 on February the 4th. And I'm going to tell you, I do not feel older. I don't. I feel like I'm just as young and vibrant. Still got an old soul. But I feel like I'm just as young and vibrant as I was before. As a matter of fact, there's something about 30. I don't know what it is. Now, I've always been the type to reflect on my birthday. I normally, I never work on my birthday. This year I did. This year I worked on my birthday. And it's only because I'm at a new job and I'm still on probation. Our probationary period is for a year. So I didn't take off on my birthday. But I normally reflect on my birthday. And it was the same this year. And I guess I reflected a little bit differently, considering all that has taken place over the past year and a half. And y'all, I am so blessed. Like, I'm blessed. Like, my eyes were open to some things regarding myself, regarding my relatives, just regarding how I handle things in general, like spiritually. And I am so blessed. Like I struggled. Don't get me wrong, I struggled this past year and a half. Just mentally, I was like mentally exhausted. I was stressed. I was gaining weight, which, I mean, some people would say I could stand a few pounds, but yeah, I don't know. It was taking a toll on me, even though things may not have been affecting me directly. Some things did affect me directly, but a lot of things didn't. Like, I just had to unplug. I found myself going downtown, just taking walks and just to get some fresh air and just to get out of me feeling confined. I'm not an introvert at all by intro. I may be a little reserved if I don't know you, or if I'm not familiar with you. I may be a little reserved, but that whole staying locked up in the house, it was taking a toll on me. So by the time my 30th birthday came around, I just thought about all the things that took place, like all the people who passed away. Not one time did I get sick, or I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my finances. I'm grateful that I have a job. I'm grateful that I have a roof over my head. I'm just glad to be here. So many people did not see 2021. They didn't. And I'm just grateful. Anyway, that was me turning 30. And then of course you reflect on things going forward. So I just thought about where I am now and where I want to be in the next couple years. And I'm grateful that I'm on the path that I am supposed to be on. I'm definitely grateful, but I just wanted to touch bases with you guys. I'm not gonna keep you because this thing says 26 minutes already. So I need to edit this video and I need to upload it, because by the time this video goes live, I will be out of town, and I hope to follow up with you next Sunday. So stay tuned. If you are not following me on Instagram, please follow me at A Classy Situation. There's a Facebook page for A Classy Situation. And if you're one of those people who likes to shop, I have a closet that you can shop. So for any outfit, that I will post or show you here on YouTube, visit my LIKEtoKNOW.it page. I'll link it down below so you can shop my closet. I always have a picture of my outfit, and even if that item is no longer available, I like to provide alternatives. So you'll see the items underneath my picture, and feel free to browse. Again, I'll place all that information down below. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.